evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 5. I'm Jessica Harrington. Tonight's top stories. Residents in Arvin still under a boil water notice. What officials and locals are saying about what started the issue. Plus, the District 4 Supervisor race is heating up. We'll tell you why Emilio Huerta is requesting a criminal investigation into Supervisor David Couch and others. 23 ABC News at 5 starts right now.
Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News at 5 starts now.
Good evening. Thousands of Arvin community members and more than 60 local businesses are without clean water tonight following a boil alert that went into effect last night. 23 ABC's Tori Cooper was in Arvin today speaking with the Arvin Community Water District officials. She joins us with what led to the alert and how soon water will be restored.
Yes, I'm here in front of the Arvin Community Service District, where phones have been ringing off the hook throughout the day as many residents are still wondering where they can find safe drinking water and how soon water services will be restored. It all started last week when water wells stopped functioning properly in Arvin.
The malfunction of the motor on well number 14, and then yesterday well 13 in the morning was producing only about 100 gallons per minute.
Arvin Community District spokesperson Raul Barraza says the whole city of Arvin usually operates off of 4 water wells, but recent construction on one well led officials to shut it down temporarily. And then when a recent loss in pressure happened to the other well,
we were left with one well and our 500,000 gallon storage tank.
Barraza says since then, 2 water wells are now back online. Officials say they quickly notified school districts, businesses, and community members once they realized they may have to issue a boil alert.
Kern High School District made the decision to dismiss them a little bit earlier.
Officials halted all irrigation, issued the alert last night, extracted water samples from various city sites, then submitted the samples to the state lab at 9 p.m. yesterday. But Barraza says result wait times vary between 18 and 24 hours. In the meantime, officials are passing out clean water at the Arvin Community District with proof of residency.
It's not a big deal. I mean, they gave you water. Like, all you had to do was boil water. You can still take a shower, wash your hands, wash dishes.
But for more than 60 local business owners, it's a different story.
I mean, we cannot sell no meat, no bread, and everybody been losing. Employees not working.
Barraza says most of the Arvin businesses had to completely close their doors. He says most of the businesses impacted are located on Bear Mountain Drive, including Fahad Aiza's Hispanic Market. Aiza says he's already taking a big hit, and if officials don't resolve the water issue before Sunday, it will be hard to recoup the financial loss.
I think it would be over $20,000.
Barraza says the district is also working on a mitigation project. It will bring 3 new wells, another 1 million gallon storage tank, and a new state-of-the-art system that will be a more reliable water source for the city in the future. Now, Arvin Community Service District officials say they met with business owners again today. They are grateful for the community's patience, but as of now, there is no firm timeline on when water will be restored because it is all dependent on when the state sends back those results. But for now in Arvin, I'm Tori Cooper for 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Well, things are heating up in the 4th District Supervisorial race between incumbent David Couch and challenger Emilio Huerta. Today, it was announced that Huerta is requesting a criminal investigation into Couch and 3 others, claiming they falsified documents when they said Huerta did not live in the area where he's running. 23 ABC's Leslie Gooden has been looking into it, and she joins us now in studio with what she's learned. Leslie?
Yes, good evening. Rodriguez and Associates representing Emilio Huerta says that David Couch, Brandon Martin, and Fernando Flores and Delano Mayor Joe Aguirre intentionally filed illegal documents claiming that Huerta does not in fact have an official residency in Delano. By law, all candidates running for Board of Supervisors must legally register in the district area they are seeking to represent. Couch, Martin, Flores, and Aguirre have all filed Superior Court documents stating Huerta does not live in the area he's running for, which is Delano. 23 ABC was able to obtain one of those documents that Rodriguez and Associates were referring to, that one filed against the county and Huerta on January 8th of this year by Delano Mayor Aguirre. Those documents were filed, quote, to prevent the Kern County Registrar of Voters from placing an ineligible candidate on the ballot for the March 3rd, 2020 election. procession. And in an interview we had a few weeks ago, Huerta talked about this move to Delano. And however, documents filed says Huerta does not live in the 4th District when he re-registered to vote in the 4th District. And he also took out those nomination papers. It says he continues to live outside the 4th District and the time of this filing. The Kern County District Attorney's Office says they are aware of the new allegations by Rodriguez and Associates, and they're looking into it. And 23 ABC reached out to Rodriguez and Associates this afternoon, who say they have the proof that this document was intentionally filed with false, misleading information. However, the firm would not share with us today what that proof is, and they will provide further information on the alleged crime tomorrow at 1:30, and they said they will reveal more with us later. And meanwhile, we have reached out to all individuals that are on those documents, and they have not reached out back to us as of news time. For now, in studio, Leslie Good, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
The attorney for Monsignor Craig Harrison has filed a defamation lawsuit in the Kern County Superior Court against the Roman Catholic Diocese of Fresno and its Director of Communications, Teresa Dominguez. According to a release from Harrison's attorney, Kyle Humphrey, the lawsuit was filed over defamatory statements made by the diocese spokeswoman regarding sexual misconduct allegations. In an article, she was quoted from an email saying she believed the allegations. The article states she visited one of the alleged victims and wrote in part, quote, "I personally expressed my concern for him, told him I believe him, and apologized for the pain this matter has caused him," end quote. Now, the lawsuit alleges that those remarks were made with false, defamatory, and reckless disregard. This lawsuit comes only days after the Fresno District Attorney's Office chose not to file charges against the Monsignor. We are a little more than 24 hours removed from the commander-in-chief making a stop in Bakersfield, and tonight another top U.S. official is in town. South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham will be in Bakersfield for the annual Lincoln Day dinner. We have video from a previous event that was held. The U.S. Senator will join local Congressman and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, Senator Shannon Grove, Assemblyman Vince Fong, and others. The event is a dinner and fundraiser for the Kern County GOP. The VIP reception starts at 5:30 this evening, and the dinner starts at 7 tonight at the DoubleTree Hotel. We'll have more on the dinner tonight on 23 ABC News at 11. Senator Bernie Sanders is set to return to Bakersfield once again for a rally in town tomorrow. According to Senator Sanders' campaign, an early vote rally is scheduled to be held in Bakersfield tomorrow. Sanders' campaign says it's making a concerted effort to get more voters to take part in California. Staffers will be on hand at the Bakersfield rally to collect vote-by-mail ballots and turn them into the county registrar's office. The rally is scheduled for tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. at the Spectrum Amphitheater at the park at Riverwalk. Last time Sanders was in Bakersfield was back in 2016 at the Kern County Fairgrounds. 3 more people have died due to the flu. That's according to the Kern County Public Health Department. The death toll has grown to 7 for the 2019-2020 flu season. This new number coming only 2 days after the department announced the 4th death of the season. According to Public Health, the first death was reported back in December 2019, and in January, 2 more people died from the flu. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention said influenza has resulted in between 9 to 45 million illnesses, between 140,000 to 810,000 hospitalizations, and between 12,000 to 61,000 deaths annually since 2010.
Well, today was the warmest day of the year so far. Bakersfield reached 79 degrees, and we have not felt temperatures this warm in 100 days. We did have a high of 81 degrees back on November 12th, and it was just a beautiful day out there with those clear skies, and Bakersfield is blooming some of those leaves, so pretty nice, definitely feeling like spring. But again, we were just 2 degrees shy of that record that was set back in 1977, and actually 15 degrees above average. And as we head into the evening hours, still looking at those low 70s here in Bakersfield. And the reason that we were so warm is due to that strong high pressure system and strong winds. So as of right now, just looking at about 10-mile-per-hour winds into Hatchby, but strong easterly winds were making their way. So that's dry desert air that reinforced those warm temperatures. And you can expect an increase in those easterly winds yet again tomorrow. So temperatures are going to be fairly similar, maybe a few degrees cooler than what we were feeling today. But these strong winds, all thanks to a low pressure system that will be making its way onshore late Friday night. So that is going to be bringing some precipitation chances across Kern County as we head into your Saturday. I have more details on this next storm system coming up next.
Today, the city of Porterville held a procession ceremony for Patrick Jones, the firefighter who had been unaccounted for until this morning from Tuesday night's deadly library fire. The procession began at the Porterville Library and ended at the Tulare County Coroner's Office. The fire sparked up Tuesday evening, and not knowing if anyone was still inside, Captain Raymond Figueroa and Jones went inside the burning building, hoping to clear it out. Moments later, a mayday was signaled and efforts began to search for the two. Figueroa was found and ultimately died at an area hospital. The fire department's rapid intervention team was unable to locate the body of Jones for more than a day due to the roof collapsing. He wasn't found until about 10:30 last night. The procession was closed to the public, but the county says the entire community has been mourning together.
When we lose a firefighter, the firefighter community is tight-knit, even though we can be very large and have a lot of people, but we are tight-knit. And so when one is affected, we all feel it.
The family of the fire captain, Raymond Figueroa, who also died in Tuesday night's fire, spoke to 23 ABC today. Figueroa's father saying he retired from his career as a first responder and wasn't surprised his son made sure his whole unit was out of the fire safely.
Knowing my son's character, I knew inside that it would probably end up being him. And of course, it was confirmed that it was him. Because his whole philosophy was that he would never leave a fellow firefighter behind. So I didn't want it to be, but it turned out to be.
Figueroa leaves behind 2 kids. His family says they plan to have a service for him in their Delano home in the upcoming week. We want to turn now to election news. The Nevada caucuses are just 2 days out, and after a fiery Democratic debate, the candidates are trying to rally support. But the candidate who took the most heat Wednesday isn't on the ballot in Nevada. ABC's Trevor Ault has the story.
So how was your night last night?
A bruised Michael Bloomberg taking his campaign to Utah Thursday after enduring an onslaught of attacks from fellow Democrats in Las Vegas.
Mr. Bloomberg had policies in New York City of stop and frisk, which went after African American and Latino people in an outrageous way.
I've asked for forgiveness, but the bottom line is that we stopped too many people.
It's not whether he apologized or not, it's the policy. The policy was abhorrent.
The former New York City mayor also taking hits over his status as a multi-billionaire and his record campaign spending, and particularly pointed criticism coming from Senator Elizabeth Warren over allegations Bloomberg had made sexist comments, then tried to silence the women.
We are not going to beat Donald Trump with a man who has who knows how many non-disclosure agreements and the drip, drip, drip of stories of women saying they have been harassed and discriminated against.
Warren, one of several candidates drawing parallels between Bloomberg and the president, explaining Thursday on The View.
The Democrats have to pick the person who has the best possible chance of beating Donald Trump. So this is about beating Donald Trump.
But today, Bloomberg arguing in spite of his performance, he still has the best chance to take down the president.
Look, the real winner in the debate last night was Donald Trump. Because I worry that we may very well be on the way to nominating somebody who cannot win in November.
Senator Bernie Sanders has a double-digit lead in Nevada, according to the most recent polls. Early voting has now closed in the state. The caucuses happen Saturday. Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
And 23 ABC wants to help you make an informed decision on Super Tuesday when California voters go to the polls on March 3rd. We have information on local measures, national and local candidates, along with propositions on our website right now at turnto23.com. Still to come here on